All right, so it's almost 8 years since the elephant destroyed the umbrella and took over the affairs of Amagana. Tell me, would you say the elephant has transformed the economy as it promised? I mean, like, wallahi, we have to rescue this country. Has the wallahi happened or the rescue needs rescuing? Calm down. I just asked an innocuous question, the way some of you have frowned and booing me and Ichino. Squeeze your face like I squeeze bitter leaf on your tongue. Please calm down. Okay, so just calm down. Calm down. The DCE for South Tongu says he doesn't have money to transport relief items that benevolent corporates and individuals sent to them. Oof. For many, it goes to confirm the deeper problem that there is no money for the running of government business. But Ghanaians, listen, only last week, some of our compatriots were fighting. What exactly? Well, they were fighting simply because huge sums of money were doled out to be used to buy their conscience and their choice of who a candidate should be, according to them, in their quest to become flag bearer of the Osnuko Kroko party. A few days later, DCE reviews that his assembly, doesn't have money to give loading boys to load relief items, nor does he have fuel to transport relief items to affected victims of the Akosombo Dam spilling. Clap for Ghana. So the relief items were there. When the people were hungry, mosquitoes were biting them, and all the relief items were there. Political figures had enough money to throw at people, but the state actors don't have money to run affairs. On top of all of that, we are cruising to victory with a budget that will set the stage for us to break the 8. I can't see your shouting. Welcome to the show. This is Backpage on City TV, and my name is Caleb Kuda. So, Kenneth Nanayao Kuntunkununku Oforiata, our finance minister par excellence. Did I hear you say yeah, here? Here, here. I said our distinguished finance minister extraordinaire, Kenneth Nanayao Kuntunkununku Oforiata. So, he was in Parliament where he displayed his green bag. He delivered his last budget statement in Parliament this week. This time, he says it is Inkunim budget. It is what? I can't hear you. Me too. Inkunim budget. Okay, so far, we have done a Juma budget, if I remember correctly. A Sampa budget. What else do you remember? Nkabom budget. The BDB budget. COVID-19 Dimewu budget, fundamentals na exposing budget, Boshankwa budget, and Ghana Pioneer budget, and so on. Now to crown it all, he says this is the Nkunim budget. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, 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 give it up for Kenneth Nanayao Kuntunkununku Oforiata.
To you, Right Honorable Speaker, and the honorable members for their support over the years. We have not only agreed, but we also eventually find common ground in the public. And as we share in this collaboration, which will continue. Mr. Speaker, almost a year ago on Thursday, 24th November 2022, I presented the 2023 budget gave an honest and forthright on highlighting the extent of the challenges facing our country. Indeed, a month before the President set out that never have so many forces come together in a perfect storm to impact our lives so dramatically.
Great. If you ask me, I definitely love how this government has been naming the budgets. It's great. Another thing this government did that is nice in this last 7 years is rotating the regions for the celebration of the Independence Day. I think probably they could have varied the language instead of stick to one. Do you get me? So, for example, we have had an Idaso budget, if I remember correctly. That's correct, right? Okay, so well, maybe the various regions, could have translated, so something like Mokpokpo budget, and other stuff. A Zikpeli budget. So, like, we could have had Akpafuadu budget, no Kofio budget, or Agbena budget, can it be, and Keterese budget. And that should be fancy, right? Among others. How do you say IMF in Hausa so that we could have had, that in Hausa and call it budget? But I digress. The victory budget, the victims of the Akosombo Dam spillage will enjoy some. In fact, government says it is allocating 220 million Ghana cedis to provide relief for them.
Mr. Speaker, the visit of the Minister of Finance and myself with VRA of the Akosombo village in Mepe in the Volta region was truly revealing and sobering. Indeed, we empathize with the families that have been affected and displaced by the spillage. We met victims, townsfolk, children, and the chiefs, of course, the Honorable Parliament Okujato during the visit. Mr. Speaker, government has budgeted an amount of $2 billion to support the relief phase for the communities affected by the Akosombo spillage, as well as floods upstream in the Oti, Savannah, and Bono East region.
All right, so if this were a funeral, I would have said, then you would say what? But it is Parliament. So I guess the MPs will do their own thing. Yeah. Oh no, you people, stop. Don't do that. You honorable people, don't do that. The MP, whose constituency is at the epicenter of the Weno, he had this to say. Well, let me say that Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa has done very well throughout this disaster. In the meantime, the DCE for South Dai, right? Is it South Dai or South? One of the DCs. Okay. South Tongu, please. Here, no. Or see, share. You people, see, me, as I did here, so I didn't send any of you to spill the dam. Number one. Number two, I didn't send you to bring your relief items. Do you understand? As you have brought your relief items, I don't have food. I don't have money for loading boys. What should I do? Huh? Share? Me, this life, I can't kill myself. Understand?
No. I said you have relief items there.
What are you doing?
The money to hire a car and send it to them. I tell you. Oh, that's a fact. That's the fact. I can't hide anything from you. We need money to fuel the cars and send the item to the people.
That is the only issue.
That is the issue.
And
that's the only issue.
Hungry.
We don't have money.
So why not you ask them to come?
We ask them. I've been asking the VRA, the NADMO. I've been asking them. They should give us something. As of today, I received only 20,000 Ghana cedis. We have said it already. Yeah, the items there. It's a fact. It's a fact. So that is why it's happening. We need money to. We need support financially. Yes, that's why it's happening.
Someone says like father, like son. I'm not sure who the father is, nor who the son is, but you is okay. I was thinking of showing you a video to let you see if you can make some connection, but it's all right. I will leave the DCE for South Tongu to Richard the Last Guy for some, you know,
pay these items to the people who need it. Look, when you go to the field and you see how people are struggling just to get by, there are people who sleep on an empty stomach because their life is around a small cycle, right? What they do is they go and farm or they go and fish. What they get, they go and sell it in the market, get something small from there, and then go and buy this, and then they are able to sustain their lives. They are not people expecting so much, but we have disrupted their lives because of the decision we took to save the Akosombo dams.
There's no money.
So there's no money. They live from hand to mouth. So when you have a situation like that in your district, and people have been magnanimous enough, maybe through the NADBO or the NADBO itself, was able to mobilize resources for you to go and save your people. The least we expect is not to come and sit on television or stand on television or before the cameras and tell us that you don't have money. That is absolute dereliction of duty. And he has lost the moral and whatever authority there is left to continue to remain in office beyond 12 midday. He should have been fired or removed as early as yesterday.
If we were in Menchia, I would have said, Zion. Zion. You finish them. I love it. I once challenged Dr. Baumia on Backpage to make the abolition of luxury taxes on sanitary pads a campaign message and something that he will see through. Well, so well, Kenneth Nanaya Oforiata, he has made the people of Ghana an offer on this.
To extend, Mr. Speaker, the zero rate of VAT on locally manufactured African prints for 2 more years. Mr. Speaker, to waive import duties on import of electric vehicles for public transportation for a period of 8 years. Mr. Speaker, to waive import duties on semi-knocked down and completely knocked down electric vehicles imported by registered EV assembly companies in Ghana for a period of 8 years. Mr. Speaker, to extend zero rate of VAT on locally assembled vehicles for 2 more years. Mr. Speaker, to zero rate VAT on locally produced sanitary pads.
All right, so good development? Yeah, good development if you ask me, but as always, reactions differ. Some say this is a step in the right direction. Others say it is a scam. How many local companies here produce sanitary pads? And can those meet the demand? Is the government injecting some resources into that local sector, those local companies, to ensure that despite the local companies, despite the competition from outside, then the local companies can compete favorably? And I say it's all about making a headline. I think the government can do more for our women. Dear he for she campaign champion. You know the he for she champion? You don't know Ado Show Boy is the he for she champion? Ado Show Boy. Nana Show Boy. Akbar Fuad, do something. This one, you have done something, but it's too little. They call you, otherwise they might say you are Professor Doolittle, but you are Show Boy, so do something. Okay, so good. The people of La. Oh, man. La la oh, la la eh, la la eh. La 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 no. I love the activism, especially when it comes to the La General Hospital. The health minister was grilled in Parliament over the delay in the reconstruction of the La General Hospital, and the finance minister promised that they have found money that next week, only next week, work begins. But the people say, Kim Promise and his, no, they don't believe it. I know the government has a track record of promising and failing. I understand the skepticism, but this one, it's not just next week. So let's wait and see. When we get there, we fry them, This one that they are coming to your house with the agro and your hurry, you pray. You will say, Brabecumosunua, and as an empire, who's you who now one copra. You know that song? Was it Samson Asake Awingobet? Was it him who said the Nkunim budget is not Nkuniming at all, rather it is Nkuku budget? Awingobet.
So I can tell you, we are disappointed, and when you call it a Nkunim budget, I think a Nkugo budget. Look, it's one of the worst budget. If you think I'm joking, have you ever seen the finance minister present a budget that the majority leader of parliament cannot be on his feet to make a statement?
Hey boys, Kazo, this mine. How can you use your performance as a presidential aspirant for the PNC to describe our budget? What kind of life is this? And look, we don't like that. You can't come and speak this your life on our budget. Make your case without insulting us. You don't understand? I saw some MPB trying to shake Kennedy Japan's hands. Did you see that? And the man said, my friend, come on, go and sit down. No, he gave him a knockout. Plus a showdown. Then, did I see JM and Dr. Baumia meet like face to face, or it was footprints? Okay, I want to see your point of view after I returned from the back page. From the break. You have done it again. Oh, sorry. We're back from break. I'm told this is Dr. Baumia's favorite song, Jesus, yeah, you have done it again. Jesus, yeah, what was impossible? Yeah, you see, because he said it is possible, so it's his favorite song. Me too, I love that song. We all love it, and it's one of Dr. Baumia's favorites. But welcome from that break, huh? This is Backpage on CDTV, and my name is Caleb Kuda. Please, show us the video of Kennedy Japan, undressing the MP who wanted to shake his... Oh.
Hey, what you say, me? Where you make it? But the way story, I say, me, my father. Oh, bet you, me. Oh, bet you. Hey, we did the guy story.
Can give some of MP showdown.
Okay, now, let's go over please.
Wow! Please, did you hear what he said to him? Okay, first, let me explain. Those of you who didn't hear. Kwaku Frimpong was like, hey, akumprago. And he said, me ma omo pia for ekade angawa ma ba mi showdown. The showdown mindset media for free me so. Mo di mi sigawi akoto abanu ma ba mi abeka kire me say ekade. Come on, go and sit down. Oh, Charlie. But you see, I'm sure when Kennedy sits down and reflects on the whole race, this must be the mood.
It's a shame. I was thinking of it. Kwabra. A boka. Boka. I'm trying to rap. Where's the camp? We can't continue. We can't. Okay.
I mean, he may be counting his costs and his losses, but he certainly must be counting his newly found status in the party and the bargaining chip he has now. Maybe an influencer. He's always been one. People say, and some even say that he's been, you know, backwing and all that. But yeah, like woo for some people with Kennedy's new status. But here is what transpired when Ghana's next president, listen carefully. Here's what transpired when Ghana's next president met Ghana's next president. Watch. It was a commentary for me. Amazing, interesting time. Interesting video. Now, I want you to watch again. When I return, I want you to just see this again. I will ask you who amongst the two is Ghana's next president. Pay attention. And now, ladies and gentlemen, who is the next president of the Republic of Ghana after the next president of Ghana? Is it Baumizi or is JM? Now, listen to the question carefully. Who is the next president after the next president of Ghana among the two that met? Now, per your initial response, are you sure you have chosen Ghana's next president? Or you now have to change your response? Well, time will tell. So, Neil and Tevan said that, Charlie, the MPs, 270 something MPs we have in the chamber, no? Oh, they are not thinking about Ghana back. You see, they are thinking about how to retain their seats and, you know, their private businesses. Yeah. I'll say, oh, what? Help us resist oppressors' rule. Please.
How do we survive our constituency? How do we sustain our seat? How do we retain our seat? How do we survive the next election? We don't talk national. We don't talk Ghana. I'm telling you, even those who show that nationalistic devotion, dedication, commitment towards their work also think about their constituency and next elections. But like Bernard said, if there's a structure where we say there are people who could make or act a profession through being a legislator.
Wow. Now that's so revealing and serious, Charlie. I mean, I haven't heard a single MP release any statement to challenge this. And I've not heard a very vibrant Speaker of Parliament challenge this. Just no, then I heard the former chairman of the NPP, Freddie Wasume. He says the NPP has done better than the NDC and something like that, right? They have done the economy better than the and I will show you that video. In fact, also Sami Jemfi, let me add him too. He, you know, his worry is that the NPP, they are trying to steal John Mohammed's most brilliant idea to transform Ghana.
This policy will wash. We've seen the cheap attempt they made in the 2024 budget to steal this project and to create an impression that they're already doing it. They are not doing it. That what they spoke about is not what John Mahama is proposing to do. So they should be original and come up with policies for Ghanaians to know that, I mean, they take as serious.
Very well.
They should stop this as to steal policies they know next to nothing about.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now that I have presented the case of both the defendant and the whatever, I present to you His Lordship Bernardino Koku Avle as he presents to you, you know, Wasumewu and Wasumada, you know, their final case. So the judgment is coming from His Lordship.
As far as I'm concerned, it's a symbol of unity. It's a symbol of bringing people of various religious background together. A symbol of bringing people from various regions together. A symbol he told us from background, not a cozy background. It's come from a background that is worked hard. He's done everything, watch even plates, done everything, driven a taxi, did everything else is work, and had gone as a technocrat with the Bank of Ghana and come out as a good serviceman to this country by way of being the vice for President Akufo-Addo, and still ready to work for Ghana. Here, to me, it's the kind of symbol we need to succeed President Akufo-Addo. In these days that we have challenges, which we've all admitted, and it is important to have such a somebody who symbolizes someone who has a resilience, who is prepared with humility to serve his country. I think it's a perfect candidate for this country, for our party, particularly now.
That be your lordship. Agbena, you do all. These two guys are grown when it's